need.
Okay.
So as a result of this, they need a lot of food that will help them to improve in their condition.
Okay.
And when we talk about this food, we'll be talking about, we have a different groups of food. So
okay.
we have some that we can refer to as the energy giving food, and we have some that help in maintaining our body system, and we have some that helps in growth and development.
Okay, ma'am.
So
my question, let me ask this. You know, we believe that because of their disability, especially those that could not see, they don't really need anything. They don't, because you know, so there are some meal that we believe that they are food for vision. And since they cannot see, some of us believe that they don't really need any food that will help their vision. So what is your take to that, ma?
Yeah, regarding to that, ma, the people with, let's say, the mentally impaired, visually impaired people, yes, they need the nutrients that will help them in aiding their vision. We have some that are partially visually impaired, and we have some that are, that are totally impaired. So those that have partial blindness, or that have partial visual impairment, there are some food that they need to take in order to improve their nutrition, in order to improve their vision. So among the food, we'll be talking about the food that are very rich in vitamin A. And this food, we can find it in most of food that is commonly available in our local community. Most especially our fruits, such as, we can talk of carrot, is very rich in vitamin A. We talk about mango, it's very rich in vitamin A. And watermelon, most of our colored food are very rich in vitamin A. Okay. And we are so blessed that this fruit, we usually have them in season. So I will advise them to take a lot of this fruit whenever they are in season, because once this fruit they are in season,
there's nothing they want to think of. They don't really have brain like that. So what's that the meaning of eating what will boost their brain? So those things has always been in the mindset of their caregivers, their guidance, their parents. That, since this person don't have any brain at all, so why giving the person a meal that will boost his or herself? So what is your take to that, ma?
Regarding to that, ma, we usually advocate adequate diet. Okay. Because like our brain now, it needs something like fuel that will make it function well, and this can be derived from the food that we eat. Yes. So that's why we advocate for adequate diet. Yes. And when we talk about adequate diet, we are talking about the food that contains all the classes of food in the right proportion. We have the carbohydrates now, that any food that they want to take, it should contain the food that is of a carbohydrate origin, such as rice, our malasemo and the likes, and then it should contain some that is of a protein origin, such as fish, meat, egg and the likes. Then the fruit and vegetables.
So you are saying because even with their disability, they still need balanced diets?
Of course.
But ma'am, because this is not meal, this was not the topic I wanted to talk about before, say, because people are just asking a lot of curious questions that I don't even know. So the thing is, these people, they are like this. So why do they need balanced diet? Because what is balancing their body? Because a lot of people believe that what is balancing their body, again, they can't see. So even if you give them something to eat, what's the benefit of giving them? This person does not have any intellect. So why what I say now is, no matter their condition, they still need to eat balanced diets.
Of course, they need to eat a balanced diet, because people with this, with disability, yes, they are not useless. If they are well managed, okay, we can still rehabilitate them and include them into the society. And with that, they can be useful to themselves and to the society at large. And how do we achieve this? We can achieve that through the adequate diet that I mentioned earlier, because the diet go a long way in boosting the function of the brain.
Okay, ma, in case you have any question for our guests, you can call on to 08055190919, because today we're talking about nutrition. we're talking about nutrition, and nutrition starts from me and you, as I always say, because inclusion, if you are talking about inclusion, you can't just say you are talking about inclusion, you want people to include persons with disability in society, and you are not doing it, you're just saying it with your mouth. So today, because it's a nutrition program, and Ma, let me ask before I say this out, is egg part of nutrients for people?
Of course.
Okay.
Egg is very rich in protein. And what does protein does in the body?
Okay.
It helps to repair the worn out tissues. It helps in the growth and development, and it also helps to build immune system. When I talk about the immune system, what it means it helps the body to build some let me call it soldiers that help to prevent infection when it enters the body system.
So because of this, because every month the founder, the sponsor of this program always give eggs to people with disability, sickle cell, and other vulnerable children. So I'm not like, since today we're talking about nutrition and we also have to practice it. So the first 10 people that call us, comment on our Facebook about this program, if the person is if you have a person with disability or you are a person with disability, we are giving a crate of egg to that person. And you know, Ma, if I want to tell us importance of egg, why it is important to eat an egg every day. Important, okay, I'm eating an, because we always say that eat an egg per day. We always add a lot of things there for awareness on that. So we want to know how important it is in the body. So again, I'm saying this to our people, if you call out to the program as you're having the program now, or you comment on the Facebook or Ilaji FM, if just person with disability, or you have a child with disability, or you are calling for someone with disability, maybe it's person with hearing impaired, or the person did not have phone, you are write the person name and call us on 08055190919 for a crate of, because a crate of egg is now 6,000 naira.
Amino acid that the body needs to function properly. So taking an egg is very essential for growth and development, and for boosting the body immune system to prevent our body against infection, and it's also important in repairing the worn out tissues. So taking an egg is like building your body system against various infections that can come into the body, and also it helps in maintaining healthy living and growth and development.
Wow, this is really deep. So that means engineer Dr. Sanusi has known how important the egg, that's why it has been giving eggs to persons with disability and vulnerable sickle cell for over 2 years now. So okay, another question, Ma, is what are the local food that are important? But before you get to, let us just have 1 second break, please.
ẹgbọ́n kan dá jáde ẹ má ṣe tì wọ́n mọ́lé mọ́ o. ẹgbọ́n kan dá jáde ẹ má ṣe tì wọ́n mọ́lé mọ́ o. tẹ́ bá gbọ́n kan dá jáde la lè mọ àrà tó wà nínú wọn. àìgbà kan dábọ̀ ta a ò lè máa ra tó lójú àfẹ́ fi wọ́n dá o. ẹgbọ́n kí lábẹ́rẹ́ pọ́n ṣe.
So thank you very much, Ma. So back to my question, are there any affordable local meal, local food that can boost health and energy?
Yes, there are a lot of locally available foods that can build our health and that can give us energy. And we are so blessed in this country. We have a lot of varieties of foods. So among this food that we are talking about, as in, we don't need to go far before we get what we eat. We can make use of what is available in our community to make healthy living. So among this food, we have our local amala, ewedu, and gbegiri. That amala, ewedu, and gbegiri now is a kind of a combination of a complete diet or adequate diet. Is because amala is a source of carbohydrate. Ewedu there is a vegetable, which is source of vitamin and minerals. The gbegiri now, which is made from beans, is a good source of protein, and we can also add our animal protein to it, such as fish, our meat, then the crayfish, and also our soya beans. We can use it to make what's it called, soya cheese, that usually wara soya. So it's very rich. You know, I made mention of animal protein, the plant protein the other time. Soya beans is a good source of plant protein,
and now it's very common in our local
it's very common, and it's even cheap.
Yes.
I mean that a lot of people can avoid.
Yes.
So having that, having that alone, we are able to have what adequate diet that is readily available in the community. And also we have seasonal fruit as well. Presently, I think oranges in the season, yes, and is out at cheaper rate. Yes. So we can add all this to our meal. So in order to have what adequate diet that we need to maintain healthy living. So we take advantage of the fruit that is in season and the available vegetables. So we make sure that the plate of our food is very rich. We don't limit our food to our
all these vitamins. Is it possible? Or people don't just like it. They just like, okay, because I don't like it, oh, I'm ready to eat. What can you say about that, ma?
Yeah, what I would say about that is that it's like a kind of a, let me say, it's a kind of a mind set.
Okay.
Like people will say that once I take vegetable now, I'll be purging. So as a result of that, they try not to take vegetable.
That's true. Even me, I don't like vegetables. If until recent, I name of this St. Cliff efirin. Okay. If I don't cook efirin with my veggies, I won't eat it, because I believe that I always believe, and it always happen. So it's not just our mindset. Sometimes it happens to us. For instance, me, I always feel like anytime I eat veggies, I must that always affects my tummy. So it's not just about that. There are some people that maybe even if can you just give us maybe, okay, in case you don't like this is an alternative, so that people will know, okay, I don't like this, that I don't eat it, but this also the equivalent to this.
So before I discuss or talk about that, I would like to correct that misconception about the veggies of a thing that it makes us purge or whatsoever. Okay, no. One thing about for a vegetable is that they are very rich in fiber. We have a kind of carbohydrate that we call fiber, that they help us to maintain our digestive health system. So this fiber, once you take fiber-rich food, it makes us to go to toilet easily. That you don't, if you want to poo, you don't need to strain yourself before you do that. Maybe at times that's what people refer to as it makes me purging. So they are very essential because they are very good for our digestive health. So we're talking about the diversity now, that is eating different kind of vegetable. So even though if we encourage us to take vegetable, so and this doesn't mean that we should limit ourselves to a particular vegetable. We have what we call dietary diversity. That is, we need to take a lot of vegetable. You know, we have different types of vegetable, right? So we have different types. So it doesn't mean that we should limit ourselves to a particular one. If I don't take for what's it called, gure now, I take tete. If I didn't take tete, I take shoko. I take what's it called, different kinds of vegetables that we have. So
that means all those 4 different types of vegetables, they all serve as one nutrient. Are they the same thing? Is there anyone that is better than? Because I believe that maybe shoko may be better about this our diet, because for instance, me now, I've already gained something from what she has been saying a lot. So ma'am, another thing I want to ask you is, as a person with disability, you know, we believe that our health is, because most of the times a lot of them believe that, okay, since they have this type of disability now, there are some things they should not take. Is vegetables, all these minerals, all these what do you call it, all these energy drinks also part of what can help, because they said energy drinks helps people to have power. So, and because of how weak the people think they are, some of them want to prove themselves by taking different type of energy drinks just to prove themselves that, okay, I'm strong, I'm like this. What can you say into that? Are they really important for their health or not?
Yeah, energy drink is not important for their health and is not even encouraged.
Okay.
So taking adequate diet is sufficient for their energy need. You know, when I was talking about the group of food the other time, I talk about some as being energy giving.
Yes.
So taking all this one, it's give them the required energy and the strength. And with other classes of food such as protein, vitamins and mineral that we can derive from our fruits and vegetables, they will support them in giving them the required energy. Our fruit also contains some sort of elements that can give us energy. So instead of going for energy drinks, we can go for our what? Fruit. If you want something that is, if you want it to be in form of liquid or fluid, you can make it to be a fruit juice.
Okay.
Instead of taking the energy drink.
Okay, thank you very much, ma. So because our time is running, we only have 30 minutes, so our time is running. So I want to ask my last question. So I want you to be like, how did you think? Because a lot of people, a lot of programs, they sideline person with disability. Maybe are doing all this healthcare, all this. So for you as a nutritionist, what has been your impact? What have you been doing to make sure that person with disability are carried along in terms of their health, in terms of their meal, their well-being? What are the things that you'll be doing so that people listening to us be like, okay, she's just here. This is the first time she's carrying a person with disability along on our programs, ma.
Yeah, there are a lot of programs for people with disability, and I would say that this is, the one we are having presently
is one of it.
Yes,
thank you.
And then awareness goes a long way.
Yes,
because people do not have the adequate knowledge, information on how to maintain healthy living. And in order to maintain healthy living, we can rule out the diet, the kind of food that we eat. And as we hear now, we are on the air. Whatever you are saying here now, it goes a long way.
Yes.
It's reached a lot of people.
Okay.
So I would say that this program is a very good program that will go a long way in changing the life of people with disability. And also at our own local level, we give attention to people with the disability. So we have a kind of health talk program for them on how they need to manage themselves, because having disability doesn't mean that someone is useless or the person cannot be useful for the society. Right. If they are well managed and well rehabilitated, they can be useful for themselves and the
Thank
society.
you very much for your time. I seriously really appreciate. Thank you so much for spreading more light on a lot of things we don't really know about our health and about it. So for the egg, everything is still going on. In case you are unable to join, you can write on our Facebook your name, your letter of disability, and you can call me directly on 070-3153-6505. 070-3153-6505. So by next week, immediately we have the 10, you can come to the program next week and have your egg immediately. So ma'am, what's your advice to people with disability and caregivers of person with disability about how they should take the health of person with disability? So important, ma'am. So we should use that to round up, ma'am.
So my advice to people with the disability or parents with guidance or the caregiver with people with disability, we refer to them as people with their special needs.
Yes.
So meaning that they need special care, they need special attention. So their disability does not make them useless. So we need to take care of their diet very well. So once we do this, it prevents them into having infection or any diseases that can worsen their condition. Wow. So and also we help them in managing themselves. That is maintaining good personal hygiene, because when we talk about hygiene now, poor personal hygiene, it can result into disease or infection.
About that personal hygiene, we'll be talking about that next. I know next time I'll call you and we'll talk about that. We didn't really have time to go into that today. So thank you very much, Mrs. Balogun. Thank you for coming. And as I always say, this is your host, Sekinat Ahmed, the founder and chief responsibility officer of Network for Inclusion of Persons with Special Needs. Thank you, Chief Engineer Jubi Dr. Sanusi, for always including persons with disability in all you do. God bless you, sir. See you again next week, where we'll come about with another topic that talks about how important persons with disability are also important to society. Thank you.